Welcome to So Very Wrong About Games. Today we have an unboxing, an overview, and a review. If you like what you see, wait to the end. We have some links to our podcast. Here we go. So here we are with Tidal Blades. Finally came in. Let's open this bad boy up and see what we got in here. This is from Druid City Games. So the expansion. Bubble wrap, they just seem to put all the dividers in. Box. Anything else special in here? Nope. Alright, let's do the box first. Set this aside. Alright. So I've been looking forward to this, hoping it's going to play out the way I want it to, but we will see. Nice thick box, look at that. Map on the inside, that's pretty damn cool. Tells you, always like when they do that, it tells you what, if you got a different version, it'll tell you why, what parts are different. That's cool. Rulebook, super big. Almanac, whatever that is. Here's all the counters. Super colorful. I love the color palette of this game, and just the art style. Can't wait. This comes with the art book. I don't want to knock the art book, but whatever. All right. Look at this, they put each little map piece in its own little bag. That's a nice card too. What's a 2-player mode, solo mode. So the extra rule books for solo mode and 2-player mode. Other map boards. Tells you what order to put them in around the board. So that's super handy. Quick, easy setup. So it just says, put it at the main board, put these around it. Champions board. And then the boards for each player. You have 4 different skills, and they all give you different, bonuses throughout the game. Like one makes cards better, one helps you get more dice back every turn. Focus tells you how many dice you're going to roll. Synergy tells you stuff. Score pad. These game trays. So it didn't look as though it sort of game packing didn't quite work out. Dice are sort of everywhere, but that's okay. These are way better than they used to be. So dice, we have. These are the danger dice. Throw these over here. Those are the danger dice. And then we have all the different levels of dice. These are the initiate dice. These are the next level up, whatever they call those. And then the elite dice, the next level up. And then super elite, these are the other wing. There's like 2 different sides of the track. You can go up, either the blue side or the red side. So there's all the dice. Same thing with these. They went super thick with those, so that's nice. More dice in the box. Dividers. All right, cards. So every character has their own deck, so it's going to make you have a nice, unique experience. This is Echo. Put his card down here. And then, like I said, all the cards are different, and even looks like good. I was worried. I was watching the demo videos, and they all had the same picture, but these are all different art. So that's really amazing. Get out of the way. So there's some of the cards for Echo. I didn't learn all the characters, so I'm not going to tell you the names of the other ones. You'll just have to look them up. Other character and what her cards look like. And then you have the big tanky type character who is a giant lizard. And what his cards look like. So other stuff I want to, anyway, I gotta make sure I keep, saying everything I want to say. This is just the unboxing. So I'll talk about other stuff later on. And then here we have quick challenge cards. The main part, I'd say from what I saw, the main part of the game, you're going around and doing these challenges. Oh, these are all challenge cards. So these are, the entire deck is challenge cards. I can't, oh, there's two that are already the same. So they're not all different, but hopefully a lot of them will be different. And the deck is giant. So there's that. I'll throw these down here in case you want to get a close-up look for those. Little standees, market cards. More about that later, I'm sure. There's a close-up of those. This is what we get in the deluxe version, is the dice. Close-up of those. That's what they look like. And then the shells. Pretty neat. That's what they look like. And then character pieces. They move around with discs under them. I don't guess they just really wanted the figures. You can't just place the discs out as worker placement. More about this later. All the monsters. First player token. First player token. Let's see close up of that. Put that over there. That is what that looks like. No, that's not the first player token, sorry, my bad. This is the turn marker. Turn marker. Alright, and these are the characters. And they all have a bust that goes around them too. So the bust goes on the champions board, and then you get to move these really cool looking figures around the board. So giant tanky lizard guy. This is the guy from the expansion. I wonder why he's not in, I guess because it's the deluxe version, he can't come in the expansion box. Echo, it's quite easily my favorite character. Generic human number 1. Alright, and the action discs. The different colors. Orange. Yellow. Echo's purple. And then there's this big judge guy that he goes around the board, and if you do an action challenge where he is, then you get extra points. All the busts I won't bother showing you. Nice metal shield Apparently the shield that everyone gets is sort of like a legendary thing. You know, they're only lent to you as a... So that's metal. That's pretty awesome. And then the busts are just, you know, a head version of all the different guys. Nothing overly exciting there. And that's that. And then there's the boat. There's a space they go to that speeds a boat around, and you just get, you know, what it lands on and or passes over. Nothing overly exciting there. More game trays that come in the box. And that is the main box. Now we have to, let's see what we have for the expansion. Did I miss anything on the punch out board here? No, they're just like standees for everything that I showed you for that were on the, you know, the figures instead of the tokens. You can have paper tokens. And so the only thing you need out of these are all the action tokens. They're used for everything, like points and wherever. I like how they're used for multiple things. Alright, so this is Angler's Cove. I'm pretty sure all this does is give you another place, another character, and another place to go on the board. So this is a new type of token, so I'll have to look up and see what that is. I did not read the rules for the expansion, but that is something that does not look familiar. Like I said, another board that you put out instead of something else or as well as something else. Rules for the new character, which is a giant frog guy. Oh, it's too close, can't see it, pointless. More dice. Nothing exciting. His deck, I'll look into that in a minute. Oh, I didn't open up the monster cards. I'll open those up in a minute. More monster cards for fold. More market cards. Giant spacer, so that, you know, that could have been half the size that it needed to be. Alright, let's see here. So there's his character deck. What his cards look like. Same thing, all different art. Oh yeah, he has this bug that goes around with him, so that's kind of cool. There's a nice picture of it there. Alright, and then more stunt cards. Yeah, that's what they're called, is stunt cards. So more stunt cards, more challenge cards. They have like the shell on them to tell you they're from that expansion. Throw those over there. Same thing, tokens for him. And these are the monsters from the main box. I forgot to open those. So, and then these are hard monsters that are in the expansion. Plot effect. Oh, let's open this. This is expansion cards. We'll open these. We'll do the monsters last. So what's in here? A whole bunch of stunt cards. And then these plot effect cards. Maybe this was from the main box. It's an awful lot of stunt cards. I don't remember opening them. So that's probably the stunt cards from the main box. And then these plot cards, which I did not read about, so I am not sure what they do. Alright, here we go. Monster cards. Here we go. Alright, I do want to show you the art on some of these. So there's all the different kinds of big evil monsters you can fight. They're different than the challenges, so these things come out and they attack the actual town. Let's do a close-up of some of these. Did I see doubled already, really? Whatever. They're pretty cool though. Alright, and then just quickly see if there's anything decent in these so these are the end of game goal cards. Nothing overly exciting there, so blah blah blah. Alright, so that's everything. Tidal Blades. So I know this is just supposed to be an overview, but I need to tell you a little bit about Tidal Blades before Mark gets here. So welcome to Naviri. This Tidal Blades game could easily be a great Saturday morning animation show, much like Avatar or Adventure Time or Kibo. All of the theme is there. That feeling of a whole other world existing, and you want to know more, but they don't tell you everything, and they just like give you little hints of stuff that are, you know, of this vast, you know, universe that is there. You don't need to know about it, but they slowly let you in on the secrets. But anyway, for the actual overview, in Tidal Blades, you're the down and out trodden kid. You finally you can put these skills that you always got in trouble for to work, because they're holding this tournament where you have to go around and do these challenges, and you have to match up symbols with your dice. So you're going around and you're collecting these dice, you're manipulating your dials because they help you, you know, do better at these challenges. They let you refresh more dice, they let you roll more dice, they make your stunts that more powerful, and they bring out these character cards, which is another great theme of this game. It makes all of the 5 characters completely unique, gives them character, and tells you, how, you know, their abilities work within this world. And so you're doing these challenges, you're being judged upon them, and you're collecting all these different, you know, victory points depending on how well you do, and you have a secret objective at the beginning of the game. All that being aside, it's much like you know, Korra, how Korra the Avatar got their own little side game. It's much like that, where they did the game before the universe was created type thing. So in Korra, they just did like sort of the disc game. In Tidal Blades, they just did sort of this tournament setting in this, you know, this vast world. Anyway, oh crap, Mark's here.
So you recorded the overview, right?
Yeah. It's good. Just the overview.
Just the overview?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You didn't do any like pre-review stuff to set me up to look like a douchebag.
No, it's just short and sweet, like I always is.
Just the facts.
Just the facts.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine.
We're good.
You ready to go?
I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm ready.
Cool. So, I mean, functional, perfectly pleasant, but unremarkable worker placement games are a dime a dozen. Except, of course, when they're deluxe, mediocre, functional worker placement games, in which case they're large numbers of money, a dozen.
And it's unfortunate that the dice mechanism, which is supposed to be the fun part of the game, is just this constant pressure that doesn't quite work the way you want it to.
Yeah, it's basically just a way to soak up some of the blue shell resources. If you have 3 to 4 of those, you can do pretty much whatever you need to do and get done. The only trick is it's going to cause everyone else at the table to just sit there and wait as you just pitch dice over and over.
And the same can be said for the character cards. Like there's 5 characters, and these character cards make everyone completely unique and interesting, but they make you work to get them out, where it should be something that you just naturally get over time, or something that you can invest more time in, or evolve out and witness, which you can't, because you're so busy doing this other stuff.
That didn't bother me so much. It was more the question of the fact that someone else would get a character card out that seemed always very useful, as opposed to the one that you worked hard to get, which is situationally mildly helpful. I wasn't terribly impressed with the balance overall. I wasn't terribly impressed with the way the world came to life in the game. It just felt like a wasted opportunity, and all this beautiful art would be drowned out by the fact that I have this card that wants me to get 2 blue. I better get the dice to get me 2 blue. You all now get to sit and watch me and wait while I roll for my 2 blue. And that just doesnn't compel me.
Which is pretty well predetermined that you're going to get, right?
Yes.
Because if you don't have enough shells to get the dice you need, then you're wasting almost a whole turn. You've wasted the turn, you've lost dice, now you're a whole turn behind, you've got to go back, you've lost the challenge that you went there to do in the first place, now you have to draw a new one. At least they did that part where you don't lose the card and have to spend 2 turns, one to get the quest and one to do it, so you're getting another quest. But more than likely, it's not going to be the one you want, so you're going to have to spend a turn drawing more challenges anyway.
Even blanched of the frustration that I feel that the theme didn't come to life, at the end of the day, there's not a whole lot to recommend it, because there's not a real degree of quality decision-making going on. Again, it's perfectly functional. I don't regret my time spent on the game, although I do regret the time sitting there watching Walker pitch dice over and over, in very much the same way that he probably regrets watching me do the same.
And everybody else. I definitely wouldn't play this game with more than 2 to 3 players, but other than that, it does say part 1. I'm wondering, I don't know what part 2 is going to be. Is it just going to be an expansion for this? Is it going to be a role-playing system? That would be fantastic. They did build and flesh this world out to a huge extent, way overly encompassing what is represented on the table. The art, like Mark already said, for the monsters, for the characters on the board, the whole palette all comes together. The miniatures, they're all right? but fully functional. Like we said before,
I'd say they were quite attractive, but not very functional.
Not
actually.
like the mechanism they use is not very functional.
Yes.
The miniatures themselves are fine. I wish they'd done a little bit more about where your figure is. Right, it's all just dropping off the action tokens, where they could have had this whole mechanism that shines more where your character is and does more. A few of the things stopped you from doing things if the character was there, but it would have been more interesting if it let you do more things with your character there.
Ultimately, I can think of many, many games that I'd recommend over Tidal Blades. If you want a real quality Euro management worker placement, then pretty much anything by Uwe Rosenberg is probably going to do you just well. If you want one of those introductory worker placement games, there's the Lords of Waterdeep game, there's Viticulture, there's honestly any number of things by Stonemaier if you want a forgettable, accessible, easy, functional worker placement game. But there are lots of really quality ones, many of them by Uwe Rosenberg, that are out there, and I can't recommend that you would go out and pick up Tidal Blades as a consequence.
This being said, if you like Champions of Midgard, then you're going to love Tidal Blades, because it really is much more of the same. Building up your dice, going out and doing like big crazy monster attacky things, and then having to build your dice up again.
I like Champions of Midgard a lot more now because of Tidal Blades.